So we're going to go over first challenges with a Monday Excel spreadsheet. So this may look something like what you're trying to import. Everyone can see my Excel? Perfect. So your screen may look like this. And this is great. This is a great spreadsheet. You probably have a lot more records than this, but just to give you an example. And you can see we've got our first column is ID number. And then we have, of course, these columns over here: first name, last name, customer, state, due date, status, Q1 financials. If we tried to upload this into Monday, and I'll show you how that works. Can you see my Monday right now? No, okay.
No, we cannot.
Thank you. So if you go into Monday and we have our spreadsheets workspace, you can go to plus add and import data. You can import from either Excel or Google Sheets. In this case, I'm working on Excel, but the same process is the same for Google Sheets. So if I import this in, I'm not going to do that right now just because it'll take too much time. It will import exactly like this. And so before we do that, we have to ask ourselves the question, what should be an item? And let's say we decide that we want the customer name to be our item name, and it's the fourth column in. If you import this into Monday, it will import with this as the first column, but you can decide whether you want this to be the first column. So I'll show you that and how that looks. We'll import this spreadsheet here. And you can see it's going to ask the first row. That's self-explanatory. And then, no, I don't want ID number. I want customer to be my first. If I import like this, it's going to actually not import the first three columns. And I do still want these three columns to be there. And so before I import, I actually need to go back to my spreadsheet and move this column. So in Excel, I would cut and then insert cut cells, or if you're in Google Sheets, just drag it and now save it. And if I import it this time, it's going to ask for the same thing. And I can say, yes, this is my item name. So the first thing is determine what's your item name and make sure it is in the first column position. The second thing before you import into Monday is to determine whether there are any inconsistencies in the board. So let's look at this state. I'm from the state of Minnesota, so all of these records are from the state of Minnesota as well. You can see that it's 3 or 4 different ways, maybe even 5 different ways that this has been put in. And this is pretty common, just inconsistencies with spreadsheets. But on Monday, I want this to be a drop down. I need to determine one way to have this come in, and it's much faster to change this in Excel. So if I decide it's MN, and let's say that all of the same record, I can of course copy paste it down, or you can filter in Excel or in Google Sheets and do the same thing. Just as a note, it's much, much faster to change it in Excel or in Google Spreadsheets before you import it. So consistencies in date in record information. Consistencies in date. So you can see here we've got a number of different ways that this is pulling in. And this is very common. So if I go ahead and go back to my Monday and I import that same document, I feel like it's ready to go. I'm going to locate it. I've moved the things into the right order. That's right. Great. These are the right column orders. Now you can see if I scroll down to my due date, I want it to come in as a date column, but you can see it's only giving me 2 options. And that's because I'm not consistent in the way that I pulled my date data. It has to all be date format. And so before I import, I need to change that in my Excel spreadsheet or my Google spreadsheet. It's so much faster to do it in there than to try and change it once you get it into Monday. So I go back here and I'd update these to all be the same format. And I may have to actually manually change these so that they are, in fact, the same type of date. As long as you make sure that when you've changed something, you can go up here and change it to a particular thing so it's all the same. That's going to be kind of the foolproof way to make sure that it's going to come in now as a date column. Once I save this, you'll see it comes in. The last inconsistency. Oh, yes.
Sorry, really quick.
Yep.
A good question that we run into a lot is, how do we choose the right item name? Or how do we choose that first column? Like, how do you determine what would be the best to put there based on all the data that you have in there?
That's a great question. It depends on what the function of your board is. And let's just take this as an example. We've got all these columns here. Your item name, let's say, sometimes in this instance, people think, well, the first name should be the first column. But if you just take a moment and think about that, like, it's going to be a lot harder you'll have records that might be the same, like you have 2 or 3 Johns in there. It'll be harder to search. Also, if you're planning, as we'll see later in the webinar, to do some sort of relational database, you want to make sure that whatever you have in the item column here, the name column, is what you want to be linked to things, to show up as an identifier for things. It's really the main chunk of information that you then will define using your columns, but you want it to be the main thing that you're tracking. Jalen, I'd love to know if you have any further things to add to that.
Yeah, I say, going along with what Julie says, when you create that first column, always make it a unique identifier to the actual row that you have in here. So to her point, if you have ID numbers, if you can easily identify something with an ID number, that's also acceptable because it's a unique identifier for the row. Just making sure, again, unique and easily recognizable for you when you look through your system.
Exactly. And that's such a great point. If your team is used to, like I'm working with a client right now that we had this question, do we want customer name or ID number? If your team uses the ID number as that unique identifier, it should be the first column. But if it's easier for them, or just the culture is more by customer, then that needs to be your item name. And the last thing that I'll just mention as a side note is that I do believe Monday just fixed this, which is great. It used to be that if you had things that you had a numbers column and you had some outliers, that it wouldn't pull in the numbers. But as you can see here from this, it actually just removed those and pulled it in as a numbers column. So yay, that's a bug that they fixed. So that's really great. So really, due date is the number one thing, that just to make sure those are all dates running all the way down when you bring that in. And the other just note is, if you are having a status column, sometimes in Excel spreadsheets or Google Sheets, people have already created a drop down with 10 options. Make sure all of those options are listed somewhere on the sheet. So when you pull it in, Monday creates that a label. Otherwise, it can't read the drop down that you've created in Excel. It's only reading the actual data. So that's kind of the 101 of how to import your spreadsheet into Monday. I'd love to know, if based on that, if there are any questions, problems you've run into in this zone that you want to make sure that we cover. So looking at sort of more of the basics.